Alright guys, gals, and morons, hopefully you can see this a little bit. It's pretty bright. This is the new buck converter. It just came in, and this one's not dented up. The fan is working. You can't hardly see it spinning, but trust me, it's working. See it spinning? Alright, so that's cooling the heat sink. Right now I've got 21 volts hitting this buck converter. So what this does is I'm trying to take 16 volts and knock it down to like 13. So I was just testing this before I put it in the car. I definitely had a bad unit. They tried to sell me some bullshit like normal, because the other one did not have a green light right there. It only had a display lit up. Here's what the diddle stick's for. You see that end right there? It goes right over top, right here. And on this you'll go backwards. Now some of these, like on equipment I use, to go up you could go right, and sometimes you go back to the left. It just depends on the model that you're working on. Yeah, you learn that from 38 years, 39 years of experience. Makes it confusing when you're training somebody, because they're like, which way do I go? And I'm like, I'll tell you because I know. Now on this particular unit, this is going to go backwards. This is a attenuator, not a potentiometer. This is attenuator. So watch as I go down. I'm going to go down in the voltage. See? And it's controlling this fan right here. Now watch as I go up. This is what this buck converter does. I'm going to speed that fan up. Look. See, it's cooking. It's drawing 1.26. It's hard to see that blue. It don't like to show from here, but this is what a diddle stick is for, is to keep you on that pod, the attenuator. I've got these alligator clips hooked to that fan. This is just so I could test this unit to make sure it was good. So I've got the input at 21, and I could turn it down. You see that's going to change the output that I've got. So I'm actually going to use a voltmeter, because this might be off compared to what, well, no, it's right. This is going to be right, but I'm still going to hook a voltmeter to it to make sure. But just say if I got 15.8 in the car, let's say 16, because it's going to charge about 16. That's about where I want it. I want it about 13 because I'm going to run this to like LEDs and stuff. And even though your LEDs say they will work from 12 to 24, if you run them at 16 volt, they're going to get hot. And I'm talking about hot enough to burn your car down if it's on wood. Those LEDs will burn. Yes, they get extremely hot. Just because it says 12 to 24, that means it'll work in that range, but that don't mean it'll stay cool. No. So, like I said, if you want to use the diddle stick, that's what it is right there. I'll show you down inside there. See, that's got a little blade, flat blade, kind of hard to see. Phone don't want it. This light's wigging my phone out, but you see how you can look down in there, and what that does is go over top of this. Now you can see the actual numbers because I got the light on it. So if I wanted to back it down, I just go backwards using the diddle stick. And sometimes you got to turn it more than once to get it to move. I'm turning it, but these things are, the way these attenuators work, trust me, I work with them every day. You got to get them going in a certain motion to get them to start moving. In other words, you got to spin it more than one time around. You might have to spin it 4 or 5 times to get it to do anything. See, I turned it probably 5 times before it started working. Now I can control it. See. So if I'm at 16 over there and I want this to run about 12 on my LEDs, I'm actually going to put it to about 12.8, 12.9, because when the car voltage drops, well, I'll set this, I take that back. Let me set this about 13.5. The reason I want this about 13.5 is when my voltage drops on the car, it's still going to run the LEDs. It won't go too low. See, this fan's only pulling 0.97 current draw. So you see I'm having to turn it more than once. I'm actually turning, and once you get these attenuators moving in the right direction, they'll finally start picking up and doing something. See, I'm turning it till it's going to go up. Just watch. Sometimes it takes a good bit of turning and it'll start moving. I'm turning it, but it's taking it a minute. Hard to do with one hand. But this is shit I work on, man, just like this. Imagine being 40 feet in the air and trying to work on shit like this. The wind blowing, raining, all kinds of shit. A bunch of dumbasses riding up down the road on fucking motorcycles. I deal with that shit all the time. Just like an old DC. I think this thing might be off just a tad, because it should start coming up by now. Let me move the voltage up. Yeah, it's not going to go up anymore. That's why I'm going to take a voltmeter when I put this in the car and check it with a voltmeter and make sure the number's actually right. I'm not going by that. I'm going to go by what the voltmeter says. Let me see if I can back it back down. Now see, I'm at 19. That tells me they don't have this calibrated right. So what I'm going to do is check it with a voltmeter, which I got one right there. Clamp meter does the same thing. Get that diddle stick on there. Let's see if I can make it back down again. If I had more than one hand, I could do this pretty quick. I'm having to hold the camera. I ain't got one of them tripod things. You know, them people do them YouTube videos stuff. I ain't spending money on that shit. That's why I say if you got a damn screwdriver, you're gonna be fucking around all day with this shit. And I got a better diddle stick than this piece of shit. It's actually crooked. See if I can get it to come back down. Let me hold my camera with my left hand. My right hand's a little more steadier. Yeah, you can see the end's bent. That ain't helping me none. Hell, I probably got 50 of these damn things. Sitting here using this Bobo one. Come on. There it goes. See how many times I had to turn it? So, I just want to show you that it'll work. And let me see if I can get it to go forward to match that 19. And I don't think it will. It's possible. It might just be off that damn much. I had to turn these things 30 times before I tried to get them to do shit. Let me try this other one. Sometimes they got a limit, so they got 2. Come on. It's hard to do with a crooked ass diddle stick. Yeah, it looks like it's off by a good bit. So what I'm going to do is match it with a voltmeter. Yeah, that's not doing shit there. Let me try this other one. Like to get it to match. Because it says I got 19 hitting it. Unless it's knocking it down that much. Let me check it with the voltmeter. Hang on one second.